Hey, how's it going, guys? It's Josh with Paparazzi Imaging and Films. This is the Vignette podcast, episode 19, and we have special guest Inanna Hauger, right?
Yep.
Okay, so I did it
Hauger.
right. All right. So welcome to the show. She's pro women athlete in the snowcross series. So yeah, let's kind of jump into it. How was the first weekend of practice for you up at Shearings?
Yeah, the first weekend was really good. I was definitely a little rusty the first day, but I was feeling more and more comfortable each time I was out there. Definitely sore after the first weekend, but it feels really good to be back, and I think this year already started out better than last year.
So that post that snowmobile racing network was really targeted towards you.
Yeah, I mean, I was definitely sore. Like, you can do all the preparation in the off season, but really you're just going to be so sore the first time you get back on the sled.
Yeah, for sure. I don't ride sleds, but I could definitely see that everybody would be sore.
Yeah, I mean, I trained so much this summer, but
And before the show started, you were talking that you're in clinicals and you're doing like a whole bunch of walking and shit.
yeah, all this crazy stuff in clinical today, and then I came down here to do the podcast. But yeah, it was a lot of walking, getting up, moving around today, which it does help the soreness. But I was like, wow, I am hurting today.
Do you do anything? Like, do you go to the gym? Do you ride bikes during during the off season at all in the summertime, or is it just strictly snowcross?
Yeah, I mean, I go to the gym 5-6 days a week, always training. I like cycling, but I don't ride any dirt bikes or anything. I've kind of wanted to get into it, but I've always been playing soccer during the summer and everything, so I haven't. But this summer was the first time I actually didn't play soccer, which I think will also help me coming more fresh into the snowcross season.
Right.
But yeah, I just got to train a lot more in the gym and just do a lot more since I wasn't playing soccer this year. So
Yeah, how was that doing two different disciplines, playing soccer and riding snowcross? How did you juggle that? Because, you do both of them you do soccer in the summer and kind of into the fall, right? You never do it in the winter?
we did have soccer in the winter, but my coaches were like, you can focus on snowcross during the winter because they knew I wanted to keep racing and play soccer. So they let me do that. But yeah, like in preseason, we would have 5-hour practices every day for 2 weeks. And then during our regular season, it was like 2.5 to 3-hour practices every day. And then I would go to the gym after or before practice just to keep up my strength and everything. And yeah, it was a lot, but yeah.
And now soccer's kind of done with. Are
Soccer's
you
all
ever
done.
going to go back to it?
I don't think so. I was playing for, I think it was 17 years, and I just kind of was ready to be done with it, just focus on nursing school and racing. So I was ready to be done, but it is sad not playing anymore. Maybe I'll play for fun sometimes, but
Right.
I think I'll be done for good with soccer. So
Oh, man. That's kind of a bummer.
yeah,
Did
it's kind of hard because I played it my entire life, and
Did
I
you
miss it, but-
did you start playing when you started racing, or was it before that?
so I started playing soccer when I was like 3 years old, I think.
Oh, geez.
So I was playing a long time, and then with racing, like, it just got to be a lot like racing, soccer, and school. So I decided just to do snowcross and school. So
And nursing.
nursing, yes. Nursing school is definitely challenging, but my professors work with me, so it works out.
What made you want to get into nursing? Obviously, more money.
Yeah,
But-
yeah, for sure. So really, I want to be a nurse anesthetist, but I have to be an RN first. So I don't know. I just always wanted to do something in healthcare, and I wanted to be an orthopedic surgeon at one point, but I was like, I'm not going to school for 14 plus years.
No.
So I decided that, nurse anesthetist sounds pretty cool, and then I shadowed one, and then
That's a mouthful to say.
I know it's difficult to say. It's even harder to spell, actually.
So is it like esthetician but with nurse?
No,
Nurse, how do you say it?
anesthetist. So it's
Anesthetist?
yeah, esthetician is a different thing.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
but it's like kind of the same word.
Yeah, kinda similar-ish.
Weird.
Yeah. it
So then
is.
how long is that process?
So
Because you said you're going for an RN, right?
yeah, so in 2 years I'll be an RN, and then I have to work for a year to 2 years, and then I can go to nurse anesthetist school. So, and then that's like 2 to 3 years long. Then I'll be done.
Yeah, that's not as long as going to do.
Yeah, surgeon, that is definitely too long for me.
Yeah, because you have to do your doctorate, and it's just crazy. I don't understand that whole thing. People wanting to be a doctor, it's like by the time you're done with school, it's like you don't even have any field experience, and you're paying for all your bills. So you're really not making any money. College just never made sense to me.
No, I mean,
Besides the RNs, they make a shit ton of money.
Yeah, and then it'll be even more after I'm a nurse anesthetist. It'll be perfect. Pay off all my school really fast.
But then how's snowcross going to be in there?
I'm going to keep doing that too, of course. I don't know. We'll figure it out when you get there, I guess.
So being I know a couple traveling nurses that make shit ton of money too. Yeah. That'd be a thing. But you got to go to a certain state and you got to stay there, no?
Yeah, I never really thought about travel nursing, honestly. I always knew it was an option, but I never really wanted to do it, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why, but just never really had the desire to.
Right. Makes sense. It's not for everybody.
Yeah, for sure.
It's not for everybody. So kind of going back to soccer, when you were playing soccer, did you have like an end goal in mind when you were playing soccer? Was it like, oh man, I want to go pro, I want to be, on the highest stage? Or was it just to fill a gap because you started so young and snowcross kind of took over, the pro status?
Yeah, so playing soccer, I started when I was super young, and when I was like trying to get recruited by colleges and stuff, I got recruited by like D1, D2, D3, NAIA, and then I actually had a couple offers to go overseas and play like pro, semi-pro soccer. But obviously,
you're that good, huh?
I don't know.
Holy crap!
Obviously, if I did that though, I wouldn't be racing.
So glad I have your autograph now.
Oh my gosh! But yeah, I really just wanted to race. That was my passion. It is my passion. So yeah, I just decided to play D2 soccer instead.
Dang.
Yeah, because if I would play D1, then I wouldn't have been able to race either, and I don't know. D2 was kind of just a good fit for me, I guess. Mm-hmm. I'd have a lot of playing time still, like right when I came in, and just worked out with snowcross too. So.
Are you making good money doing snowcross, at least?
I mean, if I do good, yeah. You got to have the results first,
True that. Yeah, yep. Well, the top mechanic here at Hemmers, he was like, before the show, he's like, you better do good.
Yeah, I mean, I have to do good. I mean, they're already telling us we got to burn through 35 gallons of fuel every practice we get.
That is
obviously that's
your thumb's going to get sore, yeah.
Well, my thumb is sore from the first weekend for sure. But, yeah, no, I think we'll have good results this season.
Well, you're always a top contender. When I did your media, it was always like you're on the podium every single weekend. Yeah. You're one of the top contenders when it comes to Malinka too, and kind of chasing her championship hopes away.
Yeah. So I mean, it was like 2 years ago when I was really battling for the championship with her. I got my first win that season also, and I think I ended up with 3 wins that season. But then, like, I think it was in New York, actually. I broke my throttle thumb, and I ended up tearing a muscle in my leg. And then I guess that kind of put a little bit of not a halt, but kind of affected me a little bit the rest of the season, just pain-wise and everything. But I just pushed through, and I still got second. And then last year was a little bit of a different story, just because it wasn't exactly the season I was hoping for. So this year I think I have a lot to prove, and I'm feeling more ready than ever, so I'm excited to chase the championship again.
Mm-hmm. And you're on a factory elite team.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm super excited to be with Hemmers. Like, it's been my dream for so long to be with them, just because they're such good people, and they're just a great team and everything, so.
Yeah, I remember the first time I saw you in here, I was doing something. Well, I had to do a soccer photo for you, or a headshot, or something like that.
For my recruitment, yep.
Yeah. And you were a privateer at the time?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you were working at a Tibbetts trailer. Right? Yep. And I remember I was like, is she like trying to swindle her way in here or something like that?
No.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? I just want to give a quick sponsor highlight to CNA Pro Skis. Whether you're a mountain rider, pro snowcross athlete, watercross athlete, or just hitting the trails with you and your buddy, they have the perfect ski for your application. So hit them up on the web at caproskis.net or hit the link below. So let's get back to the podcast.
So they were helping me out a little bit. I think that year Dalton built my sled for me. And then, Tibbetts were also helping me out. Just because it's hard with my dad being in Michigan and then I'm going to school out here. A couple people, helped me a little bit. But I would say, Tibbetts especially were a huge part to my success. Bo and Jim helped me out so much and got me close to where I am now, I would say. Everything has gotten me to where I am now. But they were a big part of it, just helping me out with everything. Bo would always give me tips on the track, practice together, everything. So
That's a nice starting point. And you've been privateer up until last season, right?
Yes. Yep.
You were with Fratellone and then, now with Hemmers like we were talking about. But how can you compare the two, being privateer and then getting a factory ride? Was the work as equal being a privateer to being on a factory ride, or was it kind of I don't know how to say it, but do you have to work even harder now?
I think I definitely work harder, training. I've always trained super hard, but especially this year, like I said, I just training a lot more, just because I want to win so bad. But when I was privateer, it was a lot more work on my dad and I just getting everything ready. All the sponsors lined up, I would do all of that. And I guess it was a lot more stressful when you have to do it all on your own. And being on a team, it definitely helps a lot. Just having someone else to help with all of that and just kind of help you out with everything, get a little more factory support. And I mean, Polaris has always helped me out so much, and I'm so grateful that I was placed here because I really think it's going to be good. So
yeah, one thing I want to touch on too, and maybe I'll have Dalton on the podcast and we can talk about it too. But being pro and being a factory level rider, you're factory level when you're a privateer with Polaris. How does that process work? Being in snowcross, so let's say NASCAR or motocross or supercross or anything like that, because the drivers and riders get to choose where they want to go. But in snowcross, it's the factories choose where you go.
Yeah. So I guess I'm not too familiar with how it goes in NASCAR, motocross, everything like that. But with snowcross, it's definitely Polaris will tell you where you're going, Skidoo will tell you everything. But I was talking with Polaris last year, and they're like, "Oh, we have a team for you," and I was super excited because that was my first time being on a team, and it was always my goal to be on a team just to make things easier on myself, but also on my dad too, because it's definitely a big expense. But they placed me with Fratellone, and obviously I was so excited. And then this year I talked to Polaris again, and they ended up placing me here, which definitely super excited about, super stoked. But it's really just wherever they think would be a good fit for you. So
It's so weird though, because you don't have any freedom of where you want to go. Let's say you, besides the one thing that happened this silly season, Kolkatu going to Thien,
right.
That was a whole.
That was pretty crazy, yeah.
Pretty big. But it just fathoms me that you don't have the freedom of choosing what team you want to go to.
Yeah, I mean, it would be nice if we did and make things a little bit easier, I think. But
yeah,
I guess I don't really know why it's like that, honestly.
Maybe because there's not that many teams out there and there's not a lot of funding, a lot of support. Who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe back in the day it was different like that, to where, let's say, Robbie Malinowski, Kyle Pauline, or any of those pro guys, they could have chose, hey, where do I want to go?
Yeah, I mean, I wonder if it was like that back then because I guess I was so young I didn't really realize. But yeah, I'm curious to know.
Because Robbie Malinowski was on all four brands.
Was he really?
He started on Cat. He went to Yamaha.
Oh yeah.
He was on Skidoo, or well, no, he was on Polaris before he went to Yamaha, and then he went to Skidoo, and he stayed on Skidoo with Boss Racing when they switched over to Skidoo, and then he went over to Shearings.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess he was. I didn't realize that.
He's the first. You probably know this, but he was the first guy to ever win on a Yamaha.
Yeah, which is crazy.
Yeah, but he's the first guy to ever be on all four brands
Wow.
too. Yep.
Interesting.
Yeah. That dude. Have you ever talked to Robbie?
I have a little bit. Yeah, he's fun to talk to. He's got a lot of fun stories and everything. But
And he's so knowledgeable too.
he is very. Just talking to him like in between races or something, he's always got something like, I don't know, a pointer or just he's just so knowledgeable about everything with this sport. So
Yeah. Well, he's been in it for so long.
right, and I think it is really nice that he is helping design the tracks and stuff too now, because it's nice to have a previous racer do this, so he knows more about it, I guess.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. And it's like just his point of view when he raced back then, the tracks, he always tells me the tracks were way smaller. Like the jumps were so much smaller than they are today, the faces and everything. And I'm like, I don't understand that because you're so high up in the air, but it is what it is.
Yeah, so much has changed. Like even when you watch old videos and stuff, like the sleds, everything, the tracks, it's just so much different. And it's cool to see how much it's grown and everything has progressed. So
Yeah, 100%. 100%. And I think this year is going to be kind of diving into how snowcross used to be.
yeah,
You know, more so with having Geneva back, having Duluth back, you know, going to Canada because they used to have a national over there. And just making snowcross what it used to be.
yeah, I'm really excited that we're going back to Duluth and Geneva. Those are some of my favorite races. So I was sad last year when we didn't have them, and
I know that was such a bummer.
yeah, I loved having Geneva at the end of the season, especially when I was in like middle school or high school or something. My dad would like make a little vacation out of it, and we'd go out like a week early and just not have to go to school. It was awesome as a kid.
Heck yeah.
But yeah, just a lot of good memories there, and the track is always super fun. So, and I won there 2 years ago. So,
Oh,
really
so the
looking
last
forward
year
to
that we were there.
Yep.
No kidding. Dang.
Yeah, so I'm excited to go back there.
Nice. So who besides Moline, who do you think will be your toughest competition?
So definitely Moline. And then now that Taven's out, also, I think Tasha will be a big competition as well. And maybe Niley LaBelle also. I mean, she's been riding for a long time, like before we all get to start riding. So I think that helps her out a little bit. But yeah, I definitely think Tasha will be up there too.
Yeah, for sure. And a lot of the women are now on factory riders too, or on factory teams too, which is really, really cool.
Yeah, it never used to be that way, I feel like. Like when I was a kid, there was just a couple girls, but it seems like just last year and this year, there's so many more girls on teams than there ever has been, which is really cool, really good for the sport too.
Right, right. Yeah, you had, what was her name? Renheim?
Yeah, Marika.
Yeah, Marika, she was on Boss. And then you had,
Elena.
yeah.
Hellman.
What team was she?
She was with US 27 Motorsports.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was factory Polaris, right?
Yep.
And then you had,
Who else was there?
yeah, Canadian. Why am I?
Oh, Megan Roder.
Yeah, Megan Roder.
With Anderson.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then wasn't there a couple?
There was a
Tosh?
couple girls from like overseas that came over too that were with the team. I think it was Southside or something, but
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it's kind of getting back to that point to where female riders are kind of getting the up and up too, you know, and it's not just about the guys anymore.
I know.
Which
I
is
think,
good.
Yeah, they realize that like there's a lot of competition in the pro women class with like the top girls. So
Yeah.
I think it's fun to watch, but fun to race. So
What about Ava McCurdy?
I think she'll be up there too. I mean, I saw her practicing this last weekend. She looked pretty good. So she got hurt last year. So I think she's really just excited to be back, and I'm sure she's been putting in a lot of work. So
She's on a factory ride
probably-
too.
yeah, with Hilmerson. So Yeah, I'm excited to see how that team will be this year too.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? I just want to give a quick sponsor highlight to CNA Pro Skis. Whether you're a mountain rider, pro snowcross athlete, watercross athlete, or just hitting the trails with you and your buddy, they have the perfect ski for your application. So hit them up on the web at caproskis.net or hit the link below. So let's get back to the podcast.
Yeah.
They made a lot of changes to their program and everything. So.
And that new elite motorsports team.
Yeah, I saw the one rider on that team riding in Aurora last weekend, and I was like, oh my gosh.
Dangerous.
Yeah, it was crazy. He was fast, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's so many new teams this year that I can't keep them all straight, honestly. But
Yeah, 100%.
yeah, I think it's good that there's more teams coming in.
Yep. Yep.
More
It seems like there's a lot more Skidoo teams then.
Yes,
than
there
anything
definitely are. Yeah.
A few Arctic Cats. The Polaris I think, kind of lost a few with Hench's closing,
Oh,
and
yeah.
then didn't it? Wasn't there another Polaris team? I don't know. I could be wrong.
I don't remember if there was another one or not, but losing Henches was definitely a big one.
That sucked.
Yeah, and then all the riders going to new places this year, like Cody with Judnick now.
Judnick, yep. And
Like
then
I'm changing too, so
yeah,
Timmer.
silly season was crazy.
It was definitely a silly season.
It was crazy. Leading up to Heydays, it was just like a bomb went off in the snowcross series.
Yeah.
You know, as a whole, the snowmobile community was like going nuts.
Yeah, it was. I feel like every day you saw something new about, oh, this person went here, this person went there, and it was just something new every day. It was exciting.
Yeah, 100%. So going into this season, what are you doing differently to prep from your previous seasons that you've been in?
This season, a big one is me not playing soccer, I would say, is different from last season. Like, last season I was playing soccer mid-November, and then I went and practiced like 2 days later, which was crazy. I didn't get a break from July until snowcross season was done. But I'll be more fresh going in this year. Like I said, I was training all summer long leading up to this, so I'm just feeling really ready. And just being on a new team, something fresh, a new start. But yeah.
What about mindset?
Mindset,
Obviously, the mindset is to win.
obviously, I want to win so bad. And, like, I'm just doing everything I can to win. Just setting myself up for everything I need to win. And then being on this team, too. Like, it's just such a good team, good program, everything. And the Polarises are really good this year. So I just have all the tools. I just need to make it happen now.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Yeah.
It's going to be a fun year to watch. You know, like we were talking about with the tracks and being at old venues. But I think just the competition alone will be fun to watch.
Yeah, and every class, pro women, like literally every class will be fun to watch. So.
Yeah, and there's more pros now. Like we got Gustav on Elite that we were talking about. You know, there's
A couple of people who moved up.
yeah, Riley Baster.
Jordan,
Who else?
LaBelle.
Yeah, LaBelle. Oh, how do you think he's gonna do?
I think he'll do pretty good. I'm
You think
excited
he'll
to
give
see.
Elias a run for his money?
I think so. Yeah, I think there's a couple of guys in the pro class that could win a championship this year. So it'll be interesting to see.
Oh, are you going to Valcourt?
I am. Yep.
Have
Yeah,
you ever been?
I've been to Quebec a lot of times, but never to Valcourt. But like
It-
watching the videos last year, it looks really cool.
Yeah. Did they do the drop down start last year? I didn't watch or pay attention.
I don't remember. I am not quite sure, honestly. I remember watching it, but I don't remember.
Right. It's if they do the drop down start, like racing up there is crazy. Are you gonna do pro women or are you gonna do pro light like Megan does?
I'm gonna do pro women.
Yeah. No pro light?
No pro light. I mean, there's a lot of fast guys in pro light up there, especially with all the people coming from the national too. So
Yeah.
from ISOC. So
Yep.
yeah, I'm definitely just doing pro women,
Oh man. Bummer.
unless they convince me otherwise. But probably not.
Yeah, and that track is pretty big too.
Yeah, it's a big track, and it looked really technical last year. I'm pretty sure it was really cold there last year, but I don't remember.
when is Canada not cold?
It's always cold up there.
Yeah.
I was up there one time and it was like negative 60 degrees. It was insane.
Was that with the wind chill?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Your eyelashes probably were closing. Right?
yes, they were like frozen. You couldn't even go outside. It was hard to breathe, basically.
Yep.
Yeah. It was like painful to be outside at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like Fargo a couple years ago, and it was like negative 40 or something with the wind chill. That was crazy.
Goodness, how was that racing?
Um,
It couldn't have been too bad because your blood's pumping
Yeah.
and you're heated and everything.
yeah, it really wasn't that bad. I think my first practice I went out, I was a little cold for like the first lap, but then after that I was sweating by the time I got in the trailer. And then every other time I just put my pit coat on, my heated gloves, and I was ready to go. I was warmed up and I wasn't cold at all, honestly.
Well, lucky for you, I was still freezing outside while
Oh, I'm
shooting.
sure you guys were. I was always saying I feel bad for all the track workers, everybody that has to stand outside, because it would be so miserable.
You know, it was funny that you say that because I had a more miserable time going back to the car, going back to my van to heat up than standing outside. I would rather stand outside.
Yeah, I mean, you know that point where you're like so cold and then you like get warm and then everything just hurts? I feel like that's how it would be.
Yeah, 100%.
It's harder to get warm again. And then when you go back outside, it feels even colder.
Yeah, I would just go eat some food and then run back out.
Yeah.
That's how it was. I don't know. It was just like Fargo was fun. I had a good time the 2 years that we were there, and it sucks that we're not going there again because the track was phenomenal.
Yeah, the track was huge.
Yeah,
was
that
fun.
that to me is a national caliber track.
Yeah, it was definitely a good.
It probably
place
was
to
hard
race.
on you because you're short.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I am very short. There's no other way.
What's Dalton call you? A troll?
Oh yeah, he calls me a troll because I'm so small. Like I'm 5'1", and we live.
You are kind of short.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we live in Michigan. I live an hour south of the Mackinac Bridge, so it's like I live under a bridge, I guess. So that's why he calls me a troll.
Oh, if it fits, right?
I guess. I mean,
Jeez.
jeez.
That's funny.
Yeah.
So is your house like in Lord of the Rings?
No,
No.
no.
You don't live
No,
under the
normal
ground.
house, like not anything crazy.
Okay. Sorry, I had to diss on you there.
Oh, that's okay. It's okay. I mean, Avery tells me every day how she's taller than me now. We measured in the trailer last weekend, and she's like 1/4 inch taller. I'm like, well, at least I'm still taller than Lila, I guess.
Yeah. Until she has a growth spurt.
Yep, she'll be there before we know it, I'm sure.
Oh man. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm excited to be with the Avery and Lila this year. I think that we can all help each other out a lot, and they can hopefully learn a lot from me. I can give them pointers. It'll be fun to practice with them. So, and Tyler as well. He was helping me already last weekend. Just give him.
Yeah, he's your
tips, so.
teammate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you watch him at all last weekend?
Yeah, I think he looked really good on the sled. He was just like me. Like we were just getting more comfortable every time we went out. And then Avery came up a day later, and I mean, she looked really good on the sled. Actually, I was like, "This is not your first day."
Right.
But yeah, I think she'll do really good in junior girls this year and the other classes. That
Well, doesn't she
races.
ride a lot of moto in the summertime?
Yeah, she does. And she was doing her, what do you call that? Her quad cart.
Oh, doing the champ off-road
Yeah, the off-road
stuff.
stuff, yeah.
Yeah, but that's really, you're just sitting in a car.
Right.
You're just.
It is fun to watch, though. I got to watch her a couple times.
When?
Just when she was practicing in Elk River.
Oh,
Just
okay.
they were testing or whatever.
I gotcha.
Yeah. I didn't get to go to an actual race. I wish I would have, but.
Yeah, because the Michigan race isn't too far from you.
Yeah,
It's like 5 hours, isn't it?
I think it's a little, maybe it's like 6 hours-ish, but
What's another hour?
yeah, I guess. That's true. I could have gone. No excuses. I should have been there, I guess.
Yeah, you signed with a team. Why the hell didn't you?
Next year I'll
Way
be
to
there.
support the team, girl.
No, this summer was so busy. It's
Hemmers, I
just
think this is her
working,
last year.
Hey, no way. I'm coming back. Yeah, no, summer just got busy, and I wish I would have been able to, but
So during the summertime, do you stay down here for college, or do you kind of just do college up in Michigan?
so during the summer I don't have any school unless I do like an online class or something. But I do it online on purpose so I can go home back to Michigan so I don't have to stay out here all summer.
Right. It's kind of boring out here in Minnesota.
I mean, it's not bad, I guess.
It's not
really
bad.
similar to Michigan, actually.
Oh,
Like,
wow.
I mean,
Hey, how's it going, everybody? I just want to give a quick sponsor highlight to CNA Pro Skis. Whether you're a mountain rider, pro snowcross athlete, watercross athlete, or just hitting the trails with you and your buddy, they have the perfect ski for your application. So hit them up on the web at caproskis.net or hit the link below. So let's get back to the podcast.
Politics, sure.
Northern Michigan, I guess. I don't really like downstate Michigan at all. Northern Michigan is nice.
I didn't know there was a downstate.
Like Southern Michigan? Yeah.
Not
I mean,
up in the
there's a downstate
UP.
of every state. Yeah, not up in. I mean, the UP is really pretty, but where I live, it's like just a lot of lakes and a lot of fun stuff to do in the summer. So.
Oh, what did last week when I came in, what did I say? It was like 2,800 people.
Oh yeah, like
The population?
3,500 something, I think, something like that. But in the summer, I think it
That's
like
all the way-
triples.
That's from the top to the bottom.
No, that's just
No.
in my town.
Ah.
Yeah, in Little Boyne City, but it's like a huge tourist town in the summer,
Mm-hmm.
so everyone comes there.
I've never been there. I've been to, went up to Redbud for the Dirt Bike National, but in, what was it, Buchanan, Michigan? Yeah. And that was pretty much it.
Yeah.
Oh, what's that big lake up there? It's like dunes. Sorry.
Like Michigan?
No, not Lake Michigan, but it's like a big, huge dune. Yeah, like
Sleeping
everybody
Bear
does like side by sides up there.
Sleeping Bear Dunes?
No, Silver Lake.
Oh, Silver Lake?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Girl, do you even live in Michigan?
I've never been there,
What
actually.
the
I know a lot of
heck?
people go there.
Get
but
this girl out of here.
I know. I'm not a true Michigander, I guess.
No.
Better do something else.
What else are you gonna do? You ride snowmobiles and you're becoming a nurse.
Yeah, I guess. I don't have time to do anything else, I guess. No.
Nope. That's true.
Yeah, no, I know a couple of people that go there and ride side by side, and they say it's just so much fun.
Yeah, you gotta go.
I will.
But that's
summer.
that's kind of far from you, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I think it's probably like 3-4 hours from me still.
That's not
I
that
kind
bad.
of live like in not
You
the
make
middle
it
of
sound like
nowhere,
you're
but,
so
like,
far away from everything.
4 hours? I don't know. Like to get out of Michigan through the bottom, it's like probably a little over 5 hours, and then through the top, it's probably about the same from my house. So I'm kind of like stuck right in the middle.
Oh, okay, I gotcha. So
Yeah.
you really can't go. There's really no shorter way to go.
No.
Huh.
No shorter way.
That sucks. So then how far is it to get here?
Here it's like
6 hours?
no, it's like 10. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yep.
Hey, Dalton.
Just disturbing the podcast.
Yeah, he
again.
really is. You're doing a good job.
Just working on the sleds, making.
Yeah,
them
you're
fast.
making a lot of noise. That's a lot of work. So now this winter you're living down here and doing college.
Yep.
So are you going back home for Thanksgiving or anything like that?
Yeah, I'm gonna go up to Aurora. Think
Next
it's-
week?
Yeah, next weekend or this weekend, I guess. And stay there till Monday, and then I'm gonna fly home Tuesday for Thanksgiving. Then I'll come back out a couple days after Thanksgiving, and
No riding during the week?
no, I'm gonna ride Monday and then go home for a little bit. Just Saturday.
The track always
Sunday,
seems like
Monday.
it's better during the week.
Yeah, usually there's not as many people there.
Right.
I ended up booking my flight a while ago, and then now I wish I would have stayed in road for a while, but I didn't know when they would be open when I booked my flight, so
Just can't cancel it and get your money
I
back?
could. Maybe it's too late now. I don't know.
Wow.
I already changed it so I could ride an extra day, so
Wow. I would cancel it, get my money back.
I don't know if I can get my money back at this point. Who knows?
Oh, well.
Oh,
whatever.
well.
Yeah, oh, well.
At
Whatever.
least I get to ride 3 days, and then I'll be up there for the full
Week before.
yeah, when Polaris is up there testing, so.
Is that,
Have a lot
that's
of
the
riding
first
time.
weekend or first week of December?
Yeah, it's gonna be like a couple days after I get back from Thanksgiving break, so I think probably like the 29th-ish, somewhere around there. And then
First weekend of December.
yeah, I suppose First week of December. Yep.
Are you true blonde?
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
if you couldn't tell.
Well, it's kind of obvious.
Yeah. Yeah.
Come on, get it together, girl.
Oh, sorry.
You are
My-
you're like so nervous before the podcast, and you're still nervous. What the heck?
I'm not nervous. My brain's just tired from clinical all day, all morning. Then I came down here to do this podcast.
Really?
Brain's just tired.
Oh my God, you're a freaking pro athlete.
Yeah.
Come on, get it together, girlfriend.
Yeah, sorry. Pulling it together right now.
Do you need to go get a Red Bull?
No.
No.
I'm all good. Maybe I should, but
Yeah, it's only what, 4:30.
only 4:30.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if I drink one now, I won't be able to sleep tonight. So
You're not gonna go hit the gym.
no,
or
I
do-
am.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the
So
gym.
you're gonna be
after
tired
this.
at the gym.
Yes.
Oh my God.
I don't need a Red Bull though.
Oh.
I have enough energy, I guess.
Jeez. Do you work here in Elk River? Work out here at Elk River?
No, I work out in St. Cloud.
Oh. Why
Yeah.
the hell do you go all the way to St. Cloud?
Well, I live in St. Cloud.
Wow.
I go to
So
nursing
you
school at
drove
St.
all the
Cloud
way
State.
from St. Cloud to here, and then you're gonna drive back?
Yes.
How far is that?
It's like 40 minutes.
Jesus Christmas.
Yeah. I mean, it's not that bad.
Do you have like a team card that you swipe the gas on?
No.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, it's not too bad though.
Dang.
Yeah.
Dang. So outside of this, do you have a normal job or no?
No, in the summer I waitress a little bit and help my dad out sometimes, but my job now is just snowcross and school, so
Jeez.
yep.
Living the dream.
Living the dream for sure. No, this is literally my dream life, so
Mm-hmm.
it's perfect.
Nice. Did you ever think when you started snowcross that you would get to this point?
It was always my goal to get to this point, and I like when I put a goal in my mind, I'm just determined to get there. So
Mm-hmm.
I knew I would get here at some point, but it was like one season, it just all clicked for me, and then it seemed like it just escalated from there.
When was that?
Probably when I switched to Polaris, a couple years after that, as I got a little bit older.
A little bit
and
smarter.
A little bit smarter, a little bit more experience in pro women, and then Polaris started helping me out a ton. And then
Were you on
everything
cap
just
before
changed.
that?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think all the way up until I was 14, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was a year in there where I got hurt. When
Was
I
that
was
your
on Polaris.
femur?
No, it was my pelvis and ankle.
Oh, that's right. Pelvis.
Yeah, in Fargo. I think it was 2019.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it all just clicked for me, I think. Like the season of 2019, I was feeling so good and so confident, but then I got hurt, obviously, which was kind of the perfect year to get hurt just because of COVID and everything, cut the season short. But the year after that is when I was
Why do you
just
say that's a
determined.
perfect season? Because that could have been a perfect season for you to win a championship.
Yeah, it could have. I mean, yeah, when you say it like that, but I'm just saying that because the season got cut short. So we didn't get to finish the whole season.
For what, 2 weekends?
Yeah, something
Because it was
like that.
Canonsburg, they called it, and then when
Yeah.
we had Geneva.
Geneva.
No, Geneva was
I don't
before it, wasn't it? And it got canceled.
remember.
Something happened with Geneva. No. Canonsburg, they called it, and they were trying to work it out at Geneva, and Geneva was like, "No, we're done."
Oh, yes. Yeah, that's
Mhm.
right.
So Geneva was the last race, and they were like, "Yeah, we're not doing it
Right.
because of COVID."
Unfortunately.
Hmm.
But then the season after that is when I really did well and was going after a championship just because I was determined to come back so much stronger than before my injury, which I did. And yeah, now I'm just determined to win my championship.
What that year after COVID? What did you get in the championship? Third?
Yes, and then I got second and then third last year.
Mm-hmm.
So
You're like right there. You've had a couple second places in the championship. I think it was the first year that you jumped in the pro women in 2018, 2019. You got second place in pro women's, didn't you?
no, I don't remember what I got. I think I got my first year in pro women. I think I was maybe 7th in the championship or something. And
So that
then,
was our following year.
yeah,
Well, that would have been the year of COVID.
Well, I went
When did you start pro women?
when I was 14, so I guess do the math. What year was that?
Hey, how's it going, everybody? I just want to give a quick sponsor highlight to CNA Pro Skis. Whether you're a mountain rider, pro snowcross athlete, watercross athlete, or just hitting the trails with you and your buddy, they have the perfect ski for your application. So hit them up on the web at caproskis.net or hit the link below. So let's get back to the podcast.
I don't know. I'm terrible with math.
Yeah, me too.
So that'd be 2017.
16, 17
Yeah.
season maybe. Yeah, so I had a couple seasons. I think I might have gotten like 7th my first year and then maybe 4th or 5th. And then I think the year after that was
It just kind of, like you said,
started improving a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
And then, then I got hurt and then I got 3rd, 2nd, and then 3rd last season.
Got it.
But yeah.
And then going after that championship.
Yep, this season, I think it's my year, hopefully.
Yeah, that would be good. That would it'd be nice to have another, or just to see you beat Moline and just, bring a championship to Hemmers, with the new team and everything. I think that would be a icing on the cake for them, aside from you too.
Yeah, Polaris too.
Yeah, oh yeah,
Sure.
big time
Win
Polaris.
a pro women championship.
Yeah, yeah. And they've won a couple women's championships, haven't they, in the past?
Yeah, I was thinking, who was it before Megan that won? I don't know.
It wasn't Omen. It was
She was doing really well though.
yeah, she was doing good, but no, it was she rode Boss. What's her face? Renheim.
Oh
It was
yeah,
Renheim.
but she was Skidoo.
Skidoo. Yeah.
So I wonder if Polaris ever won a pro women championship.
Omen did win a championship.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But it was, I want to say, yeah, it was the year that Renheim retired, and it was before Megan's time, if I'm
Okay.
correct. Yeah. It
Yeah,
was, she
that
only did it
makes
once, though, and then she went back home.
Gotcha.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, so
I don't know. Drop it in the comments if you guys.
yeah, for sure. Let us know, please. We're curious.
Or maybe Dalton wants to chip in into this.
Maybe he knows. I don't think he knows.
Damn. No good. Slacker,
Don't know the history of the pro women class.
right? Get it together, man.
Right. Yeah.
So you're feeling good. You're ready for the season. And then the first race is in your home state of Michigan.
Yeah.
How's that?
I'm excited. It's definitely,
Have you been there before?
yeah, I have been there before. As a smaller town, it's still like, I think 6 hours.
10
from my
hours
house.
away, 15 hours, 20
It's 'cause
hours.
I'm so isolated in Michigan, I guess.
Yeah,
but
for real.
no, it's still far away, but all my family, friends gonna be there. But I'm excited to start out in my home state.
Hmm.
I think it'll be good.
What is it, Mount Zion?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think didn't they used to race there before?
They had a regional race there last year, but I think like way back in the 2012 times they did.
Yeah, I think my dad was saying something that he might have raced there before.
Hmm.
So it'll be cool to go back there.
It was like the venue's pretty nice.
Is it? I don't really remember it.
Yeah, but the parking sucks. The parking area is really small, but the mountain's pretty nice.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
It should be a good venue then.
Depending on where they have it, it could be different than where I was last year at the regionals. It could be totally different, but I have no idea.
Yeah,
you know?
I guess we'll find out here soon.
Yeah, for sure.
Going racing in, what,
3 weeks.
3 weeks? Oh, my gosh.
Dude, 2.5,
So
3
excited.
weeks. Yeah.
It's crazy. It's coming up so fast. I
Oh,
feel like after heydays, it just flies by.
yeah, it absolutely does.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
All summer, I was just inching to get back to riding just because I feel like I had so much more last year that I had to give and just had to prove for myself, for the team, Polaris, everything.
Hmm.
So I wasn't happy with how it ended, but it just made me more motivated for this year, I guess.
Right on.
But I also just wanted to ride so bad all summer long, and I was like, I can't believe I have to wait this many more months until I get to ride again. So, but it's finally here.
It's a never-ending cycle.
Right.
You know, you always want, in the wintertime, you always want summer, and then in the summertime, you always want winter. But,
Yeah.
you know, being an athlete, like, you know, it blew by.
Yep, it did. Went by so fast.
Yeah.
All the training and just makes everything go by so fast. And then
But then
even
the
with
season
school,
goes
too.
by fast.
Yes, the season does go by fast. Like, before you know it, it'll be February. We're halfway through the season. And
Mm-hmm.
then,
You know, I was thinking after the weekend, this, you know, Thanksgiving is in about a week.
Yep.
And we would be racing right now.
oh, yeah, I guess.
You know, if it was
It
on
was
the
a couple
normal
years ago,
schedule,
yeah.
we
Oh
would
my.
be getting ready for the first race weekend.
Which is crazy to think about.
Mm-hmm.
Now we have a couple more weeks, but
Yeah. Did you like the schedule it was before COVID and having first two races?
yeah, I liked being in Duluth at Thanksgiving weekend. But it was really weird when we stopped doing that because now I'm home for Thanksgiving, which is so nice to be with my family and everything. But I'm like, what do we even do on Thanksgiving anymore?
Right.
Like, what are we doing? Because
I don't know how to cook a turkey. How do I do this? You know, you're
right. I'm like, okay.
you're like Will Ferrell and Step Brothers.
Yeah.
Do I carry my diploma with me? What do I do with my
Right. Yeah. No, but I like being home for Thanksgiving with my family. But I don't know. Guess I don't really have a preference on the schedule. I kind of like starting after, I guess, but it definitely pushes a lot more races a lot closer together than it used to.
Yeah.
Which if you get hurt or something, it's hard to recover from just a small little injury in like say a week or something.
Not
when
even
we have
just
the
an
next
injury,
race.
but the team has to prep their sleds within due time.
Yeah,
you know?
everyone I think it makes everyone have to work a little bit harder, just faster with everything, because everything's a lot closer together than it used to be. But
Right.
it's also kind of nice because once you get into that groove of, like, you're doing super well and, like, it's just kind of nice to keep carrying that without having, say, 3 weekends off or something like that in the
Right.
middle of your season. So
Yeah, because now we only have what, 2?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Except for, like, Christmas in there, but
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
you have a couple more, but that's about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the season feels now more like it's elongated, like it's longer than it obviously it is.
Yeah.
You know, because we only have one in December, and then the rest, you know, are after Christmas. But it feels like it's it's short, but it's long at the same time. If that makes sense.
I think it feels like it just goes by so much faster now just because everything's crammed in, but then also we're racing in April now, so
Oh.
it definitely feels like it goes on a little bit longer than just ending in March.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What did you think about the last race at Dubuque last year?
Oh my gosh, that was bizarre. Like the puddles in the middle of the track, the mud. Wow, that was something else.
Did you think they were gonna pull it off?
Yes, I figured they would just because they kind of had to, and I feel like they always just figure something out. But I didn't know how good it would be, and I am kind of impressed on how it was like when we first got there, but it didn't hold up very well to the last day because, like I said, we were racing in dirt and
Mud.
puddles
Yeah.
in the track. But, I mean, you have to do what you have to do, so
Right. Yeah.
at least we got to race.
Yeah, and finish out the season without a cancellation.
Yeah, that was a crazy last race for me last season when I was battling for I think it was the 3rd place spot, and then it was between Tasha and I, and then in our final, I had to beat her or else, you know, I didn't get to keep my 3rd place. And then I got tangled up with a lapper, and then I look over, and then she's also tangled up with somebody, or she came off her sled or something. I was like, there's no way, what's going on right now? And then I ended up pulling it off somehow, but
Oh, so you did get 3rd?
yeah. Thank gosh.
Dang.
Yep.
Dang. Now you got a target on your back. She's going to be after you.
Yep. I mean, Tasha's like one of my super good friends, but we're definitely competitive on the track, so.
You leave it on the track, though. You know.
Yeah, exactly. It
You don't
doesn't come
trash
off.
talk
No.
on social media.
No, definitely not. We're good.
Oh, come
We're
on.
friends.
Create some controversy.
No.
No?
No.
Come on.
But see, now I just got to beat both of them and Malene, and I'll be
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. She's a tough competitor, though.
Malene?
Yeah.
Yeah, she is.
She's like
definitely-
Elias.
She works really hard, and I mean, she puts in a lot of work, so
Mm-hmm.
she definitely deserves to be where she is. But like I said, I've been doing as much as I can do to be there too. So I just got to put it all together now.
100%. You got a great team, great sled. Yeah, you got all the pieces.
Yep, for sure.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? I just want to give a quick sponsor highlight to CNA Pro Skis. Whether you're a mountain rider, pro snowcross athlete, watercross athlete, or just hitting the trails with you and your buddy, they have the perfect ski for your application. So hit them up on the web at caproskis.net or hit the link below. So let's get back to the podcast.
Just got to do my part now. All the pieces are lined up for me, so
Yeah,
it's up to me.
100%.
But
Well, is there anything else you want to add to the podcast?
I don't think so. I'm just super excited for the season. I'm grateful to be on this team and, yeah, excited to practice again this weekend. And
Okay, so there's one thing that I got.
what?
One thing. Last weekend when we were shooting.
Oh, my gosh. Are you going to say something about my ands and...
Oh. Well then. Okay. Yeah, you talking and like trying to come up with content ideas and all you like, what was there, like 5 ands in every sentence?
Like, and I'm really excited, and
Yeah.
this is that, and yeah.
It was terrible. But what about the rock, like the whole rocks thing when,
Yeah.
like, does rocks rock?
I mean, rocks does rock, I would say. Oh my gosh, can't believe you did that. Now everyone's gonna be like, oh, Inanna rocks. No, stop that.
Do they not?
No, they do. I mean, they're awesome. So yeah, that's all that you and Dalton have been saying to me now, though, is rocks. So
I said it once.
yeah, I guess. The day we were filming, though.
Oh, yeah. Well, it was a good idea. No?
I don't know about that.
Oh, come
A
on.
little bit cringy, but
Cringy?
rocks does rock though. Like,
Cringy?
for real. Yeah. Like, it just doesn't sound right. It's just not right.
What about it does not sound right?
I don't know, when you make like the rock sign with your hand too, it's
Rocks
just like
rock, dude.
no.
No?
No.
Come on, you could have been like one of those bros and gotten down low and, you know.
Yeah, one of the bros.
Yeah, one of the bros. You're
Yeah.
short enough. You down there.
Yeah. Doesn't take too long for me to get that short down to the ground.
5'1".
5'1". Yep.
Well then. Nothing else you want to add?
Uh,
That you hate Dalton now?
no. He's a good mechanic, so.
Who is your mechanic this year? Is it going to be your dad again?
Yeah, it's going to be my dad for the race weekends, but my sled's going to be all prepped and ready for him when he gets here, just because he's coming from Michigan. But yeah, he's going to take me to the line and everything still, so.
Nice.
We'll have Derek and Dalton and everybody to help, but.
Cool beans.
Yep, and I really like working with my dad too. Like, we just work so well together, like best friends. So, just works out. He
That's
knows
sweet.
everything.
Does he
Everything
rock?
that I need. He does rock. He does. Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice. Cool. Well, this was episode 19 with Inanna Hauger.
Yes.
Did I say it again, right?
Yep. Inanna
Cool.
Hauger.
And if you guys like this podcast, hit that like button. If you guys are watching on YouTube, make sure to subscribe. Any other social medias, please follow. Make sure to follow Inanna on social media as well. Her career is crazy. I've been working with her for quite some time now.
Yeah, a long time.
What was it, like 2 or 3 years?
I
2 or
think
3
so, like
seasons?
3 years.
Yeah. So yeah, make sure to follow her on all of her social media platforms. And I appreciate you being on the podcast.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It was fun.
For sure. Anytime. Cool.
Perfect.
That's a wrap.